New Van Halen at its first outdoor date of its sold-out summer tour. This was in Boulder, Colorado. Yes, good morning.
Right, Brian. Good morning, Bryant. The new Van Halen is made up of brothers Eddie and Alex Van Halen, veteran Michael Anthony, and former solo star Sammy Hagar. Van Halen's album 5150 already sold 2.5 million copies thanks to its 3 top 10 hits, and it's convinced audiences that Sammy Hagar is more than a match for the departed David Lee Roth.
What do you want with us? You want us to be ourselves?
The general public who has been buying 5150 like hotcakes didn't even blink at the change in the personnel in this band. In fact, the album soared. Did that surprise you?
Oh, yeah, they did blink. They went, whoa.
All right.
It sounded like this before.
Did that surprise you at all?
I just figured, you know, we make a good record, and it sounds good. It doesn't matter who's playing. You know, actually, we didn't even play on the record.
We had the monkeys play. They did the whole...
It didn't surprise me. It's, you know, we made this music. We've been hearing it all along. We were the first ones to hear it, and we were so excited every time we came up with a new song that it was like, when that record was done, we were so proud and so up for it. In my heart, I knew it was going to be extremely successful.
We figured if us four like something, is bound, you know, a few million other people out there that are bound to like it too.
The spirit of this band that comes across now really does seem to be an all for one, one for all kind of happening. It seems like a very unified front. That's pretty accurate, isn't it?
It's much more a band than it used to be.
We're in Boulder. You're on the road from one place to another, one hotel room from another. All the stories about the buses, the airplanes. Do you guys spend any time reading or exercising? You know, what do you do with your time that you can talk about?
Well, as far as exercising, I think 2.5 hours on stage is probably more exercise than even Arnold Schwarzenegger can handle. As far as reading, sure, I read the set list every night.
I can't think of a band with higher visibility, with someone with a higher visibility than David leaving, with less of a brouhaha taking place after he left, where the fit was more exact. So, I mean, were you guys kind of ready for that, just to turn over that quickly?
I think we basically followed our heart. We knew that in our heart that this is going to be a great band, and we like to refer to it as the real Van Halen. As a matter of fact, Sammy was actually a choice of vocalist in 1977 when we signed with Warner Brothers. Now, nobody will cop to it, but that's the doggone truth. But because of legal entanglements and contracts, and because Van Halen was unproven, nothing was ever really pursued.
But, you know, to answer your question, I honestly didn't feel a challenge at all, because I came in strictly being myself. Right. Okay, I never, the minute we made music, we knew I wasn't going to have to adapt. I wasn't going to have to make any changes. The only part I felt funny about was singing old songs, and we just completely worked that out.
So how did you work it out for people that haven't seen your tour yet?
We only do ones that fit with the new lineup that I feel comfortable singing.
You know, when a certain person left, it didn't bother us any really, because Alex, Mike, and I have always been the core of Van Halen anyway, you know.
And it was easy to see that when I came in. As soon as I heard these guys playing music, the sound had so much identity. It sounded exactly like Van Halen without a singer, and I went, whoa. You know, it's like it dawns on you. You don't ever think of it like that, you know. But these guys did play all the instruments, and nothing changed. All the music came from there, and it's so much Van Halen that it was like, for me, I just went, well, this is great. I just walk in here and be myself.
Eddie, Frank Zappa recently thanked you for reinventing the guitar. Were you kind of moved by that, or what do you think he meant?
It's a hell of a compliment. Yeah, I know him very well. He's a great guy.
There are a lot of people who say that they welcome Sammy's coming to the band because it really gave you a chance to showcase your guitar wizardry. And I know you're kind of modest, so you might not say that, but that's one of the things that people in the music business say. Now we can really hear Eddie play. Has that been a reality for the band?
I'd say so. I mean, it's
a loss for words. Unbelievable. He's not going to say anything.
The difference now, is the thing that makes Edward's guitar playing stand out is they're not overshadowed by someone making a joke out of everything, okay? Like there's, you know, we have fun, but we aren't making fun of what we do, okay? Like, in other words, when we play music, we are very serious about the music we play, and we have fun doing it, but we take it seriously. And so therefore, I think it shines a little more now.
Van Halen has a reputation for partying hard on the road, and tomorrow in part 2 of our interview, we'll talk to them about life on the road, their marriages, groupies, and what it's really like to be rock and roll stars.
Eddie's married to Valerie Burton. Now, he
Right.
sounds bitter about David's split.
I don't think he's too bitter. I think it's the beginning of a new band.
We'll talk. Coming up in